Welcome, mates. Welcome again to the Land Cave. Captain Perry here, and I gotta tell you, I am a pirate, and no, I'm not just trying to look like a pirate. I really am a pirate, but this is medically necessary, and I'm gonna tell you why. You know, the Me Too movement, well, that is undoubtedly a very worthwhile cause. I gotta tell you, I honestly think that some people at least, are taking this way, way too far. For instance, last week I was in court, and admittedly, I have a case against a very attractive young district attorney. And I had to get her email address in order to give her some evidence that we were in the case that we had together. So I asked her if she'd be kind enough to write down her name and her email address for me so I could do that. And as she was leaning over counsel table and writing the information down on a Post-it, I noticed that she had what I considered to be a really cool nail polish. You know, it was like a purplish, sort of black purplish type thing, and I like that kind of color. And I said to her, I said, wow, I said, I like your nail polish. It's very attractive. With that, she spins around, one finger in the air, and she goes, oh, you like my nail polish? Well, maybe you should look at it a little longer. Bing! Right in my eye. Oh! I go down. Of course, I can't hit her because to hit not that I would, but if I even try to defend myself, it's an aggravated assault on a protected class district attorney. I'd end up in jail. So the best I could do is I go home and seek sympathy from my wife. And my wife, the Admiral, she looks at me, what happened? And I tell her the story. And as I'm relaying, whatever the word is, the story, she's starting to withdraw. I could see it, and I could feel, you know, the maloik coming. I could feel the look, the stare, the evil eye, the maloik. And she listens somewhat patiently and says to me, I have just a couple of questions. Shoot, this DA, was she younger than you? I said, yeah, they're all younger than me anymore. Mm-hmm. And last question, was she attractive? I said, very attractive, extremely attractive. Okay, bang! Oh! She gives it to me. And as I'm laying on the floor, she said, listen, you're an old man, Captain. That's what you get for talking to young girls, okay? Learn your lesson. Next day I go to work, and I have some ice and a towel, and I'm nursing my bruised and battered eye. And my secretary, Joanna, she's absolutely the best. I mean, she's only been with me close to 2 years now, maybe a little longer, a little less, whatever. But she's my right hand, my left hand. I love her. She's my friend. She's my brain, my calendar. She's everything. She runs my life. She keeps me afloat, as they say. And I told her the story, and she said, well, that's ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. She said, you know, she said, I can't believe the Admiral did that. The Admiral's usually very understanding. And she said, well, the DA, maybe she just had a bad day. So, you know, I mean, I needed compassion. That's all I wanted. And I reached out to hug her. And as I did, and I got to tell you, Joanna not only runs my practice, but she teaches me Spanish. Well, she doesn't call it Spanish. She calls it Puerto Rican. She says, I'm not going to teach you Spanish. I'm going to teach you Puerto Rican. And we've been studying, and she's working together for about 6 months on this. So, as I said, I reach out to hug her, and man, she pushes back, bing! Same eye. She says, what do you think you're doing, cabron? I said, cabron? How could you call me a cabron? Oh, I have a better word. Pinche cabron. Bing! Hits me again. I go down. The next thing I know, she's kneeling on my windpipe. Psst, out it comes. I said, well, I guess it looked something like this, you know? Out it comes. Holy jeez. And I'm laying, I said, Joanna, please, no mata me. And all I remember her saying was, "Chingana tu madre, chingana tu madre." I end up at the ophthalmologist's office down at Wills Eye Hospital, and they usher me in to see well, look, I'll say it, a young doctor, very attractive, petite. Of course, I didn't say anything. I mean, doctor, and she's there to cure me. Last thing I need is for her to do something to me, right? So she said, Mr. DeMarco, what happened? And I tell her the story, and she pauses a little bit. She's thinking about, I guess, her diagnosis. But she doesn't give me a diagnosis. What she says is, would you consider donating your left eye for medical research? I said, Doc, look, please, could you just give me a patch or something and let me get out of here? And so she did. But men, I'll tell you the truth. I've thought a lot about this, and now I have a solution for us guys. So here it is. I mean, being a lawyer, I did this. I'm working on a contract. I mean, you can see, I've done, if you could see this, I've done tons of work on this contract. And here's what I suggest. When I get it done, anybody who wants it, just email me and I'll send it to you free of charge, no charge at all, because I want to help people. And here's what I suggest you do once we get this contract in place. I think what you should do is, if you're even thinking of saying hello or greeting a woman, I think the first thing you should do is ask her to sign the contract. And in addition to signing it, I would also, film my greeting as well. But I would ask her to sign it, and then if she doesn't sign it, I wouldn't do a damn thing. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't do anything. I'd just stand mute, like that. But if she does sign it, then once you get the signature and you're ready to greet her, I would only say something like this: "Hi." And when you say that, the next thing you should do is just run as fast as you can. See you, mates, and happy sailing.